Hello, loves. I have been guided to share one of the first messages that I received, um, that I wrote down actually from Archangel Michael, and this is actually a personal message for me. Yet I was guided to go ahead and step into sharing even the personal messages for me. So this one is channeled um, by myself, and I connected to Archangel Michael. I was in a state of needing to know what to do, where to go, um, and so I'm just going to read to you what came in, and it's really interesting. So I asked the question, show me where I go from here. And the channeling starts. You came here, doll, to be the Akashic recorder. What does that mean, you ask? It means that you, Athena, have always had it within you. You've always innately known that you were special. You've had the keys all along, and the key you bought today is your link. This was no accident. You have followed your guidance much of the way, and here you are. Your mind is full of fear, and that is what needs worked through before you can really embody all you were meant for. No, it was not a punishment what you went through. It was a lesson. You can't choose to lose yourself in love and abort your mission, silly. Your own soul will have none of that. Don't feel like a victim. Don't portray yourself as one, for this gives your power away when instead you need to step into it. This is your time to step into all you are and leave all else behind. You saved who you could, and the rest will fall as they were meant to. Remember that each soul came here to embody an aspect that they chose. Their misery will be as long or as short as they choose. Yours also. It was no mistake or accident, and here you are, so step into your power and strength. Remain vigilant in your mental, emotional, and physical health, and understand that you are meant for this. Nobody but you possesses the power, and nobody but you can do what you do. The Akashic Recorder. You have come here to share the knowledge, and it's time to do just that. You are close and need only trust what you are given, and know that you cannot fail. It is not within you. You may have veered from this divine mission, and that is understandable. All that comical because you were so certain that it wouldn't happen before coming here. We laughed about it even. You chose these lessons and agreements, and I want you to, instead of hate or long for another, understand their soul chose to activate within you these traits and honor their soul for that. You will embrace in the spiritual planes and understand what it was that occurred. There's no need for understanding here because it's time to move on. Move on from here and know that each experience has brought you into your mission more fully. Those that go forward with you from here were meant to, and the ones that are not a part of your path will and are falling away. Let them. Wish them well, love them, and release them. So that was the message that I received from Archangel Michael when I sought advice for what to do. And along the way, I also received angel numbers, messages within those, symbolisms with animals, insects, lots of things. So I went to Angel Valley in Sedona on my birthday, 11/11, and and grasshopper and lizard were two things that really jumped out at me, and they had powerful messages. And first, the grasshopper symbolizes leaping up and forward. Now, a grasshopper never leaps back, and actually, the way that its body is designed, it couldn't even do it if it wanted to. And so that was a huge message for me, accompanying many other messages of letting the past go, releasing what's been done, and stepping into forward motion, stepping into leaping up, right? Leaping up and leaping forward. And my, within my natal chart, Jupiter in Sagittarius, which entered on the 8th, I step into my karmic destiny, doing channeling and Akashic records in a huge way. And I've been channeling and feeling more and more comfortable into that, yet the Akashic records has kind of stayed in the background. And so here we are the day before the full moon. I'm going back to Angel Valley in Sedona, and I'm going to spend the next 2 days there, connecting again with Archangel Michael, connecting again, with the angels in a very powerful way while I am doing a water cleanse, so that I can really step into more of the channeling and more of the Akashic records. So I want to go ahead and share something else that came in. And again, these are personal writings. These ones weren't necessarily channeled per se. They weren't channeled from a deity, but they came in through my higher self when I connected to my higher self and asked, I kind of asked, and just, I've been letting it flow. I've been doing a lot of writing. So I'll share with you a couple more that came in. Thinking back, it was in those moments of deep longing, anticipation, love, and passion that all was perfect. Within the throes of deep sadness, all seemed lost. Yet in those moments, it was that I learned to love myself the most. I had experienced many dark nights of the soul, yet it was this last one that truly shook me to the core and dropped me to my knees in a way that allowed me to get into a space of true love of self. I chose to love myself in the deepest of ways instead of losing myself within another. When all seemed lost, it was in that instant that I could choose to live or die, and I choose to live. I chose to say yes, which got me to a place of saying yes, not only to life, and also to love, to self-love. So, this has been, an interesting journey. I shut down my old YouTube. I was doing energy healings and I was doing guidance readings on it. And I went through this, kind of like a more awakening, more dark night of the soul experience when I met a past life love, a soulmate, somebody that I believed to be a twin flame. And I'm not discounting that term. Um, what occurred was very much along the lines of how the twin flame works. So it was in meeting that person that my deepest wounds, my childhood trauma, everything was exposed for me to see in a way that I didn't recognize at first. And it brought me into a state of absolute terror and absolute fear. And I really, for a period of time, I really felt like I was running for my life from this person. When in reality, I was running from myself. I was running from everything that this person brought up in me through the deep love that we had, and then through the separation process after that. So I'm going to go ahead and share a little bit more that also came in more recently, actually. Um, so I was reminded of my twin flame relationship today, and it was all by accident. The truth is that I didn't think of us in terms of that recently. I had forgotten that there was a time when that's what I truly believed. Again, it all made an incredible amount of sense, and I was left reeling with the possibilities. Our connection, the way it fell apart in blazes of fire, leaving me in a pile of ashes to soar like never before. The truth was that I wanted to soar with him, not in separation from him, although I understood our separation was needed. We each had inner work to do, and I was doing the best I could myself. I was learning who I was through being with myself, and he too was healing through different means. He was processing all that occurred, as was I. It was in these times that our healing would either bring us back together or farther apart. It all depended on us and our connection. I was in a place where I was all right with that, perhaps finally. I understood the twin flame union enough to know that if that's what he was to me, then we would absolutely find our way back to each other. And if he wasn't, then I had an amazing time with a past life soulmate. This was about me, my journey, my healing, my ability to look at my shit and work through it. I was excited for sure. In the midst of the hardest times in my life, I chose to persevere. In my perseverance, I was able to understand my inner truths, all that I had to work on and understand. Um, and it's in that it's in that relationship and everything that's happened that I've come to understand as a catalyst for me stepping more into my power, more into my self-love, um, all of that. And I knew that that was going to take place. So I wanted to share those, and I can't find my other notebooks, but I'm going to look around, and like I said, I'll be spending the next couple days um, there channeling more. And I've been working, kind of in the 3D realm the last like week, so I haven't done a whole lot of channeling. I've been spending some time with some new friends and sleeping um, and connecting with my soul sisters instead of really diving back into my meditation. So these next few days again are about me, are about connecting back to my higher self, connecting to the archangels in powerful ways. And I look forward greatly to sharing with everybody where that takes me, where that goes. So thank you so, so much for joining me, for listening to these channelings. And I can't wait to share more with each of you. And I can't wait to read your comments about what you think. And just embrace every single moment to the fullest that you can, and know that you are here in this moment in the most profound ways for a reason. Always for powerful reasons, because you too have a light to shine, and you too have a very powerful message to give. I love you. Namaste.